and the focus is kicking Froggy fresh from the Creator Clash card. The main reason Froggy was kicked from the card was for collaborating with Sam Hyde. And for anyone who's been following the story, that's fairly obvious. Froggy has explained his side of the story multiple times. And unfortunately, he's been perpetuating a narrative that it's about OnlyFans or that it's about Anissa's mom. And that's extremely deceptive because he knows why he was kicked from the card. The one indication I gave him was Sam Hyde, and I wasn't unclear about that.
Yes, you were. You were unclear about it. You were not clear about it at all. At least that I've seen from public records, and yeah, there's no clear indication on the reason why Froggy was kicked from the event, including text messages. We will all be getting into that in a little bit. I mean, also, I guess from the perspective of iDubbbz, iDubbbz and Anissa, they run the event, it's their event, they can do whatever they want, so they have every right to do so, to kick Froggy. Like I said, it's their event, they can do whatever they want. Absolutely whatever they want, But my question is that, was it justified? In my opinion, no. They only kicked him because he was collaborating with Sam Hyde. He was associating with him. That's really the only reason why they kicked him.
Anyone who's mentioning the fact that Harley trained with Sam Hyde for the year previous, that was before Sam was saying this about my wife.
I don't think so, Anissa. Bitch. Ho. Fucking Anissa. What an ugly piece of shit. But look how beat she is. Oh, nice jack-o'-lantern teeth. I can't wait to see what she looks like when she's 32. Her teeth look like a pumpkin head. It's the Anissa Joma hole stretcher. I'm sending this to Anissa's OnlyFans. It goes directly into charity. Yeah. Everybody hates him and his wife's a slut.
So yeah, now that this guy is on the daily insulting my wife, I think it's pretty fair to, not want to associate with him in any way.
iDubbbz, you could have stopped this harassment a long time ago. Sam Hyde even told you, at the beginning of your guys' controversy, if you want him to stop talking about you or stop making fun of you, just say so. Really, this is your problem. This is the cause of your mistake. This is your mistake, You let Sam Hyde become a free bird. You let him become a free eagle roaming around in the sky, You let him say whatever he wanted to say. You did nothing about it. You did nothing about it. You let him roam around free, to say whatever he wanted to say, So it's entirely your fault. You didn't say anything. You didn't say, hey, can you please stop or anything like that. It's your fault, entirely your fault. It's only until now in this video you put him back in the cage, You put the eagle back where you want him to be.
I don't like him. And Froggy knows that. Froggy knows that I don't like him. Of course. That's why he was banned. None of this is news to Froggy. Froggy knew all of this going into it. For anyone who's under the impression that Froggy has been reasonable and chill and respectful through this whole process, he hasn't been. He's been a piece of shit. I'm not happy with how he's behaved. He's talked mad shit about me.
Ian doesn't want people who are bigger and more talented than him upstaging him. That's what it is.
Anissa.
Ian's masculinity had been completely removed via Anissa.
Participants of the event.
This is really a lot of weird, tender, soft people. Creator Clash people are real these type of people. You know what I mean?
The event itself.
This is really the patty cake league for social media boxing.
He doesn't like the culture of Creator Clash, and he mentioned that.
And Chris Raygun and all these people, it's some big ethos worshiping party at these things. And I don't get it. I don't get what all this shit is all about. Everybody's there to worship ethos or fucking ethos or touching ethos, titty or pussy.
To be honest, I thought it was quite the gift to you that we'd kick you off the card.
I mean, yeah, Froggy Fresh said some stuff. I get it, I mean, obviously he was mad after being kicked out. I feel like Froggy Fresh was more chill about this than any other creator would have ever have been. He really could have done a lot more worse if he really wanted to. He could have actually affected the event if he really wanted to. He could have sent his fans to go target you, target Anissa, and target the event, sabotage the event even. He really could have brought he could have really brought this event to go down in a downward spiral. He really could have. if he really wanted to. But you know what he did? He realized that the event was not about him or you in specific. It was about charity. And it was about a collective collaboration of creators fighting each other. Because why? Well, people wanted to see their favorite creators fight against each other. And you know what's good with that? Giving money away to charities.
If you look at my text exchange with Froggy event, when I knew what would get me kicked off the Creator Clash event, and now you're like, I don't want to box anymore. It's like, come on. If you look at my text exchange with Froggy, it's very clear that I didn't want to kick him from the card.
It was not clear. Let's get into it. Hey dude, I just wanted to clarify that I'm not mad at you. I just wanted the event to go well. And part of that is trying to be proactive about things. I just wanted to find a solution. I really appreciate your friendship, and I don't want to feel like I've upset you. I don't understand. What's wrong? Can I not work with Sam Hyde? He's been very nice to me. It's just a tricky situation. I personally have been hurt by a lot of things he's done. If he's your friend, that's totally understandable. I just don't get along with him, and I'm afraid of having him associated with the event. There are others involved in the event that also aren't comfortable with. Yeah, he's my friend. I don't understand what me going to Rhode Island to work with Sam Hyde has to do with anyone who is uncomfortable with him. They don't have to see or work with him. I agree privately. What you do is absolutely only your business. But because we are running a public charity, we have to be careful about these things because you do represent the event in some way. I had similar issues last year. I thought no problem, Harley. You can work with Sam Hyde, but it ended up attracting a bad crowd. And I got harassed online about it a lot because it was a public display. That's nice of you to give Harley permission to work with Sam Hyde. I didn't know I needed your permission as well. It's not about permission. He just called and asked if it was cool with it because he was making content around it. So what are we actually discussing right now? If I work with Sam Hyde, are you going to prevent me from fighting in the event? He's actively making content about wanting my marriage to end and that my wife is evil and hasn't respected my boundaries. I don't feel comfortable having him associated with the event. I'm wondering if you can understand where I'm coming from on that. I can understand the way you feel. I'm sorry about that. But you also have to understand that he's my friend. So I can't just tell him I can't be friends with him because Ian said no. Ian said so. That's why I'm asking you, if I work with him, are you going to prevent me from fighting in Creator Clash 2? It's not a reflection on you. It's just a very painful and difficult thing for me that I'm dealing with that I need to keep distance from. And that includes this project. I would just appreciate a yes or no answer. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to boxing practice tomorrow or not. It kind of depends on what your plan is, because Sam Hyde is banned from our event. If you want him to be there, we cannot accommodate that. My plan is going to Rhode Island to hang out with him. So again, I ask, if I go to work with him, are you going to prevent me from fighting in Creator Clash 2? I would appreciate a yes or no answer. I have to talk to my coach about practice this week. Wait, I'm not sure I understand. Does this mean you aren't expecting him to be at the event? Are you going to make content together? He has not mentioned attending the event. I don't believe he intends to do so. I've not discussed this with him. I do not intend to make content with him now that I've answered your question. Would you be respectfully enough to answer mine? This event is really important to me. I'm trying to understand everything so I can make the best decision for everyone involved. I need time to think about this. I don't want this to be rash. So I'm going to schedule practice this week, not knowing whether or not you're allowing me to fight in the event because I'm going to hang out with someone you don't like. Okay, I don't understand. Why are you talking to me like this? I'm not trying to be a jerk. I explained you the awful experience I had with him. That's potentially lead to other years of harassment for me and Anissa. I can't take this stuff lightly. Can you guarantee that it's not going to end up affecting? This isn't just someone I don't like. This is someone who is dedicated to disturbing any event we're running for charity. Harassing its two main organizers and sending his fans base to do his bidding. I want you to fight. I just want you to know the pain he's caused me, Anissa, and our event. Dude, because you're trying to tell me who I can and can't be friends with, I'm going to Rhode Island to work with Sam. And I'm scheduling my practice for this week. If I'm being removed from the event, please let me know. Never said you couldn't be friends with him. I just would prefer if you waited till the event to post content with him. Yeah, that's weird. I'm not the type of person that you can just make do whatever you want or is convenient for you. I have a life and family. You're not gonna change my mind. I'm going to work with him. I'm trying to cook dinner for my kids. Sounds like your personal problems are interfering with your business. It wasn't my intention to dictate things to you. I just wanted to give you a perspective because we hadn't talked about this topic before. Ultimately, it is your decision. I'm sorry the convo went this direction. Let me ask you guys this. Did he give him a yes or no answer? Was it clear about him? Obviously not. You never said anything about him being able to train or hang out with Sam Hyde. All you said is that he hurt your feelings and he's done some bad things, or that he said some things, practically. And to go back to the question part, you avoided the yes or no question. All you had to say is just yes or no. That's really all you had to say. You're just like Mark Zuckerberg whenever he's in court dodging all those questions. And I guess to give a quick overview of the rest of the other stuff, or I guess the main parts, is that Harley confronts Froggy and in the Twitter space. But the thing is, he confronts him, but he doesn't let him speak. He doesn't let him talk. Harley goes to the point where oh, I'm not going to listen to you anymore. So he just leaves. He doesn't even hear Harley out. And also, iDubbbz also accused Froggy of being a sexist and against sex workers. And those are kind of the two main parts. And one more thing before we go.
As a side note, Sam Hyde has made it a habit to try to sound like a reasonable person by saying, if Ian and Anissa just asked, I'll stop harassing them.
Yeah, if Ian ever hit me up and was like, hey man, can you leave me alone? I'd stop talking about him. Whatever. I don't care that much.
If you ask me to stop, I'll stop.
Which on its face is already an insane thing to say. Of course, no one wants to be harassed.
If they let Froggy back on the card, I won't tweet at Ian or Anissa ever again. I'll shut up forever. How about that?
I get to bring back someone on the card who doesn't respect me, my wife, other fighters, and in return I have the chance of not being harassed by Sam Hyde? Oh man, how can I refuse that? Just so we're on the same page in case I have to make a future video, you heard what Sam Hyde said. If he's a respectable guy, he's not going to continue to harass me because he says, by his own admission, he doesn't care that much.
I don't care that much.
This is my request. I would like you to not harass me or my wife or anyone that we're friends with.
He finally said it. After all this time, he finally said it. That's all he had to say. All this pain and suffering that I guess Sam Hyde has been talking about him and stuff like that, he finally said it. His shell finally broke, He came out the closet, He came out about it. He finally said it. That's really all just Sam wanted, that we wanted, that we all wanted, If you wanted this to stop, you could have stopped this a long time ago. But I guess for my final opinion, I guess Froggy does not deserve to be kicked from the event. Not any reason at all. He should have stayed in. But yeah, I think that'll be it for the video. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.